The ballroom of the Grand Hyatt Seoul glistened under the soft glow of chandeliers as the city's skyline framed the perfect backdrop through the wide glass windows overlooking the Han River. On this crisp autumn evening, fans, journalists, and photographers had gathered in almost suffocating anticipation. Rumors had swirled for weeks that Kim Jong-kook and Song Ji-hyo, one of Korea's most beloved couples, were preparing to make a life-changing announcement. Whispers of family plans had circulated in hushed tones across online forums. But no one dared to believe it until tonight. And then, the quiet hush of sliding doors. The couple appeared, hand in hand. Smiles shy yet radiant. Hearts visibly full of something bigger than themselves. It had been nearly 2 years since their wedding at the Walker Hill Hotel in Seoul. A day that had felt like a national holiday. The ceremony was elegant but intimate. An affair marked by white lilies, pastel roses, and the soft golden glow of candles that seemed to mirror the warmth in the couple's eyes as they exchanged vows. Close friends from the entertainment industry stood teary-eyed. The union of two people whose love story had once been dismissed as mere fan speculation. For years, the public had speculated about the nature of their bond. From their playful banter on Running Man to candid photos captured on secret getaways. But when they finally declared their love, the world rejoiced, calling them Korea's dream couple. Their wedding wasn't just a celebration, it was the culmination of years of longing glances, rumors denied, and undeniable chemistry. The room at the Grand Hyatt buzzed with the energy of that memory. And yet the atmosphere now carried something even heavier. Something electric and unknown. Reporters adjusted their cameras. Fans clutched banners with trembling hands. And everyone seemed to collectively hold their breath. Took their seats on stage. Microphones waiting. Water glasses untouched, and the weight of 1,000 expectations pressing down on them. Kim Jong-kook adjusted his blazer, his jawline sharp yet softened by the nervous smile tugging at his lips. Song Ji-hyo, in a flowing ivory dress, added grace and calm, though her hand never left his. Their fingers interlocked in a gesture that spoke volumes. The press conference began with routine questions about their schedules, upcoming projects, and the challenges of balancing private life with public attention. People answered with practiced ease, offering glimpses into their daily lives while carefully sidestepping anything too intimate. But then came the inevitable question. A young reporter, voice trembling but bold, asked the one thing everyone wanted to know: do you have plans to start a family? The air seemed to freeze. Cameras zoomed in. Hands hovered over notepads. And even the waitstaff paused mid-step. Jong-kook glanced at Ji-hyo, his eyes searching hers for strength, for permission. Gave a tiny nod. The kind of silent communication only two people deeply in love could share. He leaned into the microphone, his voice low but steady, carrying the weight of 1,000 unspoken truths. We think, he began slowly, it's finally time to share with you something we've kept to ourselves for so long. The crowd leaned forward. A ripple of whispers spread through the hall. Ji-hyo squeezed his hand and then took her turn to speak, her voice trembling but filled with warmth. We have always dreamed of having a child. We kept this dream hidden because we wanted to protect it, to nurture it quietly between us. But today, we feel it is time to share this part of our lives with you. Words dropped like a thunderclap. Gasps echoed around the room, followed by the staccato rhythm of camera shutters firing in unison. Some fans clasped their mouths in shock. Others broke into tears, their faces illuminated by phone screens as they tried to capture the moment that history was being written. Social media notifications began to explode outside the walls of the Grand Hyatt. Hashtags forming in real time: Kim Jong-kook baby dream, Song Ji-hyo momtob, nation couple family. People smiled through the chaos. But the story was only beginning. For what stunned everyone even more was not simply their admission of wanting a baby, but the confession that followed. One that no one saw coming. A truth they had held close to their hearts for years. The tension in the room was unbearable. And just as Jong-kook leaned forward to reveal more, conference lights flickered slightly, as though the universe itself was holding its breath. The world would not forget what was about to be said. The silence that followed seemed to stretch on for eternity, though in reality, it lasted only seconds. Jong-kook's voice, with sincerity, broke through. The truth is, he said, pausing as though bracing himself against the tidal wave of reactions to come. We have been planning this moment since the very day we got married. And now, we feel ready to take the next step. Preparing to welcome a child. The ballroom erupted. Reporters scrambled, fans wept openly, and the air filled with an electric storm of disbelief, joy, and awe. Ji-hyo, her eyes shimmering with tears she no longer tried to hide, added softly, "We kept it a secret because we wanted this journey to begin with love and not pressure. But our hearts are open now. Share this joy with you. With everyone who has supported us." Radiant, almost angelic, as if unburdened by the weight of secrecy, Jong-kook reached over to wipe a tear from her cheek. A gesture so intimate it drew audible sighs from the audience. "I want to be the strongest father I can be," he said firmly, his voice breaking only slightly. "Promise to protect my family with everything I have." The couple went on to explain how they envisioned their future. They spoke of setting up a quiet family home in Gangnam, where privacy and peace would give them space to nurture new life away from the unrelenting flash of cameras. They talked about the joy of discussing baby names late at night, the nervous excitement of reading parenting books together, heartfelt support of their families. Ji-hyo shared that her parents had already given them a small baby gift, a silver rattle passed down through generations, as a symbolic blessing. Jong-kook revealed his own parents cried tears of joy when he told them, proud that their son was ready to embrace fatherhood. Reactions poured in at lightning speed. Running Man cast members posted heartfelt messages. Jae-suk called it the most beautiful news of the year. Haha shared a picture of baby shoes with a caption full of love. And Ji-suk joked tearfully. Waited longer than anyone for this moment. International outlets from Tokyo to Los Angeles carried the story on front pages, framing the announcement as a cultural milestone. The mayor of Los Angeles, who once famously gifted a Korean celebrity a symbolic present, was rumored to be preparing a congratulatory gift for the couple's new journey into parenthood. But nothing compared to the reaction of fans. Online platforms crashed under the weight of trending hashtags. Streets outside the Grand Hyatt filled with supporters holding glowing banners that read, "Our family, our couple." And from Running Man to Running Parents, videos of fans weeping, laughing, and cheering went viral within hours. The revelation into a global celebration. The news didn't just belong to Korea, it belonged to the world. As the press conference drew to a close, Jong-kook and Ji-hyo stood together, their hands tightly clasped. They looked out over the sea of flashing cameras, not with fear, but with pride. Their secret, once a burden, had become a gift, shared with the people who had walked beside them through their journey as entertainers, as lovers, and now, as soon-to-be parents. The couple exited the ballroom slowly, by a wall of applause. Outside, crisp autumn air greeted them as fans chanted their names, voices echoing against the night sky. Jong-kook placed a protective arm around Ji-hyo, and together they walked down the marble steps, faces glowing not just with the lights of the city but with the promise of a new chapter. And so, the secret was no longer theirs alone. It belonged to everyone who had laughed with them on television, with them through hardships, and loved them without condition. For years, they had carried the weight of speculation. But now they carried something far more powerful, hope. Hope for a family, hope for a child, for the future. As the night closed, one image remained engraved in the hearts of those who witnessed it, Kim Jong-kook and Song Ji-hyo, hand in hand, their eyes shining brighter than the city lights, ready to step into the most beautiful role of their lives. For years, they had carried the secret. Today, carried each other. And soon, they would carry a child, the greatest gift of all.